Hello there, this is Mr. Pointless Bro, and today I made a video with Thrawn, the Patient Thrawn deck, which I claim to be the best deck in the Empire side. Yet, when some people use it, they don't get as much out of it as they should. That's because there are a lot of nuances to this deck that I don't feel like I really went over quite too well in the first video, because the first video I faced quite some high level people, and I guess there weren't enough chances to break down those nuances. So right here I'm actually going to be breaking down John Rock's gameplay with the Thrawn deck. Now he's versus Anakin here. Anakin is slowly becoming the best rebel leader in in the game. So starting out with Thrawn, he doesn't have Governor Price up in his deck yet, but Governor Price is what's going to make this deck so energy efficient. So you should defend with the least amount of troops possible, and he defends with troopers, and the turret is okay. Yeah, you can defend his turret as well. These stormtroopers that the riot stormtroopers that he put up is not necessary. He did not need to put that down. Because they're not really going to do anything. They're just going to go over the other slide, and Anakin is going to slaughter them. One thing, and he used a TIE bomber there, which you should not use TIE bomber with just Ahsoka and Anakin. You should save the TIE bomber for many units, such as the Pathfinders. And he goes into Thrawn here, which is can be a good thing at sometimes. He's getting a lot of tower damage down with the stormtroopers. But mostly how you want to be pushing is using the ATST in the back, doing a slow push. Because when you die of Thrawn, you don't get to use his special ability anymore, the Student of War, where you're going to be increasingly getting more damage. And you should only put this turret down when you feel like he's going for a very serious push. So yeah, right now you should spawn up Governor Price, gain up your energy, and then when you get 10 energy, you always put the walker in your at the back. So that's pretty much the game plan. Get up Governor Price, put the walker in the back, and then do your slow push. And then try not to die too much of Thrawn. And right now, he should be focusing on the left side. The right side, you don't necessarily need to put troopers there to kill the rocket trooper. You can just kill the rocket trooper with Thrawn, and then leave some troopers on the left side to defend your tower. And if you see an opportunity there, you can use your troopers and just take out his tower just with Thrawn himself. But it's more effective to use the ATSD, put it in the back, and let it slowly crawl up to the front. Which is why I named it the Patient Thrawn deck. And yeah, so they get 2 for 2 towers here, so not too bad. And now John Rock is finally going to get the chance to put his towers in the back. See, when you have a rocket trooper coming over here, I don't think it's too much of a big deal if it gets one shot on your tower. You should just use Thrawn himself to kill the rocket trooper. So it's more energy effective that way. Because these stormtroopers are just going to run over the front and not get too much value. See, rocket trooper again, you don't need to be using stormtroopers to take it down. Just use Thrawn himself to take out the rocket trooper. And then save your troopers to support your ATST. And yeah, I think I saw a TIE bomber bit there. TIE bomber should always be used. You should always save the TIE bomber when there's a bunch of units, such as the Partisan and the Pathfinders, things like that. Those units and the Rebels are very dangerous, so you should save them. And I think he put this turret a little bit early, but that's fine. And when you see the leaders coming like this, you should put a stun, which he does, so that's great. And since, well, one point to mention is that since both turrets are down right now, you don't always need the slow push of the ATSD now, since both of them are down. But it's not too bad doing this like this, because using the slow push, because now you can have 2 ATSD walkers there and really pressure him. And now while you're pressuring Anakin, just make sure you don't die over here, because he might backdoor your last turret here. So you want to stay alive. You died over here, but I guess that's okay, because you want to stay alive so that in case he sends some troops over to your main turret, you want to be able to put some stormtroopers, put a turret to defend your base while you're attacking with the walker. Oh, it's kind of hard to analyze it because the gameplay is going so fast. Maybe I might pause it next time for the next time I'm analyzing it. I'm probably speaking very fast right now. And I'm gonna go into one more replay here where I'm basically gonna steamroll this guy. I don't take this deck out too often. You can see I haven't played with this deck in the past. It's just a bunch of draft modes here. I've taken this deck out and it's completely unedited. These are the victories I had from my last video. And then I pretty much just played this Yoda a couple of minutes ago. And as soon as I got into this gameplay, I have every intention of steamrolling this guy, of taking out his shield generator. Because if his cards are not higher than mine, I know I'm going to be able to take out a shield generator. And here I'm going to show you how I'm being very energy effective. With this deck, you always want to be very energy effective. That's how the deck is going to work. So that's why I put down Governor Price right now. See, these troopers right now, they're not threatening. So I'm just using Thrawn himself to tank the damage. And now I just got to get a couple of troopers just to defend the tank. And once I get 10 energy, I always put the walker in the back. And since he put down an extra couple of troopers behind the tank, I'm just using the turret to defend. My Thrawn dies there. I didn't mean to die, but that's okay. And so now my ATSD walker is pushing over there. He actually gets some damage to my tower just by rushing in with his Yoda. That's absolutely fine because he's going to pay for it. And he's using Mace Windu to split push me. I don't care about the damage I'm going to get to each of my towers here because I'm building such a strong push. So I'm just defending with the least I absolutely can. Like, I just walked over to the right side of my tower just to defend my Mace Windu with my Thrawn, so that I can build up the strongest push ever on the left side. And you can see all I need is a walker, all I need is a bunch of troops, and I can kill him. And there's nothing he can do about it right here because he's being energy ineffective. When you go for split pushes, like he's putting some troopers right here on my right side, which almost takes down my tower, but he's wasting too much energy. And he's getting too many deaths just by rushing in with his Yoda. And it allows me, because I have such a powerful deck, if I'm being energy effective, I can completely steamroll him. And this is what I wanted to show. I didn't get to show it in my last video because I was facing very high level people. But when you're facing people around the same card levels as you with this deck, and you're being very energy effective with it, you will be able to walk straight through them with four turret kills, basically taking out their shield generator. So hopefully this illustrates how powerful this deck is. I literally only played one match since I played the video, and I already know I'm going to steamroll this guy all the way to the back of his shield generator. And that is it. Peace.